Welcome to the Unclench Club presents Sit Down and Breathe, a meditation for boomers who don't do this stuff. Okay, sit. All the way down. Not perched. Not hovering like you're about to stand up and say, I'll just do this real quick. Not leaning forward like someone mentioned self-checkout. Sit like you're waiting for a doctor who is absolutely running late, but you brought a magazine from 2003 just in case. Commit to the chair. You've committed to worse. You committed to marriages, mortgages, and conversations that should have ended in 1986. Sit like you're waiting for the cable guy who gave you a 4-hour window and will not be calling first. Okay, take a breath in through your nose. No, not that dramatic inhale you do before correcting a waiter, or that sharp inhale you do when someone says mental health matters. A normal civilian breath. Hold it. Let it out. If that sounded like a sigh, congratulations. That was decades of opinions leaving your body. Again, in, hold, out. Yes, exactly like that. This is breathing. Now, let's get something straight. We are not clearing your mind. That's a lie someone just told you right before asking for your credit card number. We are just turning the volume down. Like lowering the TV after you realize you've been yelling over it. Your thoughts may include, this seems unnecessary. I don't have time for this. People used to just deal with things. Why is everyone so sensitive now? Correct. And now everyone's jaw clicks. A lot of things weren't talked about. They were swept under the rug. And now the rug has a lot going on underneath it. We are just lifting one corner, briefly. No renovations. If this feels unnecessary, stay anyway. You stayed silent about your feelings for decades. You can sit with them for 10 minutes. If you think this is silly, fine. If you think you could explain it better, also fine. Stay anyway. You stayed in conversations you hated out of politeness. You stayed at jobs you hated for 30 years. You can stay here for this. Check how you're sitting. Adjust. Shift. Uncross something. Yes, that one. Drop your shoulders. They do not need to brace like you're waiting for bad news from the news. Relax your jaw. You are not preparing to say, well, actually, no one is wrong right now. Nothing needs correcting. Take the night off from being right. Another breath in. Slower. Let it out. Picture that exhale carrying away tension, annoyance, the belief that stress is a personality trait, the urge to say, I'm just being honest, right after being rude, and the idea that ignoring things makes them go away. You don't need these for the next few minutes. They will still be there later. Like emails you refuse to delete and your unresolved trauma. While we're at it, we're also leaving the shame around feeling overwhelmed, the confusion about why everything costs so much, the quiet panic that no one warned you about. You're not weak. Things actually are harder. Now imagine yourself in a familiar place. A chair, a couch, perhaps a Tim Hortons or Denny's at 7 a.m. The temperature is fine. No one is touching the thermostat. No one is standing directly in front of the TV. Now the TV might be on, but you are not watching it. You are not yelling advice at it. Nothing needs fixing. Nothing is your fault. Nothing is being ignored. Nothing is being swept anywhere. Notice how unsettling this feels. Unclench your forehead. You don't need to look concerned about things that haven't happened yet. Relax your eyes. You can stop scanning for scams, threats, and suspicious emails. However, if someone named David or Melissa with a profile photo of them in the military on a yacht messages you, no. Unclench your jaw. Yes, again. You've been holding opinions in there. Drop your shoulders. You've been carrying the emotional weight of being fine since the 70s. Let your hands rest. They don't need to grip anything, including control. This may feel strange. That's because you were taught rest had to be earned. It doesn't. If you're wondering how long this is, you are doing great. If you're thinking, I don't feel anything, that's fine. Numbness was a coping skill. It worked when it had to. You're allowed to have new ones now, though. Notice your legs. They've stood in long lines. They've worked jobs that didn't care about burnout. They've carried you through more than you admit. Let them rest. Feel your feet on the floor. Solid. Here. You are not floating away. Gravity still applies, regardless of that one Facebook video you saw that time, which most definitely was AI. Too bad you can never tell the difference. Life is very real, unfortunately. Thoughts will appear. Things like, I don't get the point. This wouldn't have been a thing when I was younger. I could be doing something useful. I don't do computers. Why is everything so expensive? That's valid. The world changed fast. And no one gave you a manual. Notice the thought, and then don't engage. You don't need to argue. You don't need to finish the sentence. You don't need to turn it into a story. Just let it sit there, unresponded to, like a group text you muted. If your grandkids or children put this on for you, good. They care. They want you around. They want you less stressed. You don't have to understand YouTube to accept help. Just notice the thought and let it pass. You don't need to fix it or dismiss it or pretend it wasn't there. Take a slow breath in. Hold it briefly. Let it out. Like settling into a chair where you don't have to explain yourself. Again, in, out. Nothing magical happened, but something softened. And that matters. When you're ready, open your eyes. Stretch if needed. If something cracks, that's just your body reminding you it's been through things. You did this. You stopped. You breathed. You didn't storm out. That counts. Carry on. Maybe a little less clenched, maybe still annoyed, but at least now, calm and annoyed. which is progress. Thank you for joining me today for the Unclenched Club presents Sit Down and Breathe, a meditation for boomers who don't do this stuff. And remember, I love you.